Hey, shalom, shalom. It's just going to be a quick hit through the spirit. But first and foremost, before I begin, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, the Master of the Apostles, the Master of the Elders, I great millstone, rule well, taught me this truth. Much respect to you brothers out there, who preach his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. The tabernacle of David is being risen up right before your very eyes, right? The new management, the new governing body, right? That's going to be over all the earth, right? The hopeful elect, the speckled bird to our people scattered abroad, right? Akim, the Akwaf that's listening and learning. To you, I say shalom. Like I said, it's just a quick hit. And title of this lesson may be new management. We're seeing what's going on. We're seeing the condition of this world. And to the elect eyes, it's beautiful. To the elect eyes, it's beautiful, right? It's not to say there ain't going to be no rough patches, ain't going to be no hard times. Different brothers' walks is going to be different from others. Some that is going to be very similar, right? But regardless, you trust and believe in the Lord, right? And so what we're seeing right before our very eyes is a downfall of Esau, Edom, the other nations rolling in. I believe I saw a video earlier today about how, if I'm not mistaken, North Korea have given pretty much rockets unto Iran, and these rockets may cost, a couple $1,000 or so, $100,000 or so, I should say, Slacky, a couple $100,000 or so. Some may have nuclear warhead capabilities and others may not. But it's pretty much a lot of them from the video that I watch is from that appear to be Moabite that's been, so-called predicting things. If I remember his channel, I put it up, but, he was going into it, man, because America with their defense systems, right? Their defense rockets cost upwards to millions and millions of dollars to make. And these rockets that North Korea, Korea had given to Iran, right, is pretty much to exhaust the American defense system, man. Now, of course, it's really for the chosen knights, right? It's really for the chosen knights, right? Their defense system to be wiped out, right? It's only so much that they can take, right? So we seen the downfall of that earlier today. You had, if I'm not mistaken, the F-15 jet being shot down, right? They making mockery of that. They're laughing, right? You got the people, that type of spirit, like, oh man, I ain't joining this war. I ain't fighting for this war. Matter of fact, you had, let me see if I got the picture right here, right? Let's see, U.S. troops failing drug tests on purpose to dodge Trump's war. You see the morale of the people, man. They ain't with it. They ain't trying to fight for you. They ain't trying to roll with you. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's beautiful times that we living in. We understand there's a draft coming. And, hey, they may try to draft brothers. Right? But, hey, you understand if you fight for these niggas, you done. So the brothers are going to be like, hey, just send me to my cell, man. I ain't fighting for you. You know what I'm saying? And we're coming to the trying times. Prepare for persecution, prepare for the people, to come after you, what the scriptures say, when the enemy comes in like a flood, the Lord shall lift up that standard for you. Those times is coming. Prepare for spiritual power, prepare for the Lord to show his power through you, right? But you got to stand 10 toes deep for the Lord, man. All right, so I'm going to get some scriptures, and Yahweh desire is an edifying lesson, man. Right, once again, we're seeing right before our very eyes, new management is coming, right? Jeremiah 51 verse 46. and the Good News Translation, right? GNT. Do not lose courage or be afraid because of rumors you hear. Every year, a different rumor spreads, rumors of violence in the land and of one king fighting another, right? These times is coming. Don't be afraid. Be of good cheer. This is a beautiful, beautiful time that we in. Why? Because the Lord is going to fight for you, right? The Lord is going to show his power through you, right? Matter of fact, verse 47, right? And so the time is coming when I will deal with Babylon's idols. The whole country will be put to shame and all its people will be killed. That's coming, right? That is coming. And if you are the elect, you won't have to endure that, right? You won't have to endure that. Let's get this right here. Lamentations 4 and verse 22 in the GNT as well, right? Zion has paid for her sins. Slacky, I want to get Lamentations 4 and 21 in the GNT, right? Laugh on, people of Edom and Uz. Be glad while you can. You see, if you were wise, you would be enjoying your kingdom. You would be having a good time. You'd be chilling out. You know, if you understood and knew what was coming up to you be living your best life. Because it's already written that you're going to lose. It's already written that you're going to be destroyed. It's already written that your downfall is going to be very, very shameful. So live it up. But we know Esau, Edom, he's a sore loser. So he's going to come after the Israelites. Don't be surprised, some false flag event, or they may end up, try to blame the Israelites and men of the Lord out there on the highways and byways, some shape, form, or another. Don't be surprised, right? But regardless, you lost, right? You lost. It's nothing you can do about it. You can go after the men of the Lord. You can go after Jake, but you're still going to lose, right? As it reads, your disaster is coming too. You too will stagger, naked and shame. You see that? You see that? If you were wise, you'll be having a good time. You'll be having a good time. Matter of fact, one of the Rothschilds tweeted the other day, the end is near. They see it. What the scriptures say, about the rich man. It's not going to be pretty for you, rich man. Right? It's not going to be pretty for you, rich man. Lamentations 4 and verse 22. Zion has paid for her sins, right? Because you have helped forward the destruction of our people. We are still found in your hands. The Lord ain't playing with you. The Lord is about to exact judgment upon you, Esau, Edom. Right? The Lord will not keep us in exile any longer. You see? These are why these things are happening. Right? It may be a bumpy road for some brothers. Some brothers, it may be a walk in the park. Right? Each brother's walk is going to be different. Right? We got to understand that. But these things are happening. The gas prices going up. Eventually, you're not having access to this and that. These things as you used to. You may have to fast even more. Right? You should be fasting and praying, doing the work of the Lord, make your call and election short anyways, preparing your soul, right? Preparing your soul for the times to come, right? But regardless, we're coming into times, it's going to look ugly out here. But that's for you to rely upon Yahweh Shemel Shah, right? Once again, the Lord will not keep us in exile any longer. That's why these things is happening. But Edom, the Lord will punish you. He will expose your guilty acts. You see that? This is what's happening. The Lord is exposing your guilty acts. We see with the EP files, that's just a small inkling of what they're doing behind the scenes, right? The Lord really going to expose what these niggas is doing. If we really knew what these niggas was doing, we probably bug out. We probably go crazy. We probably like, man, we got to do something. The Lord gave us enough. The world knows about it. You've been exposed. Iran did the other day a video on it, exposing the wicked acts of Esau, you know, all the treaties, all the, things that you have broken. They saw this coming. I saw the video the other day. Appeared to be Jake that was in the army. I did a lesson on him last year or 2 years ago or so. I'm sure brothers as well. But the Jake that was in the army, that sniper Jake, right? He said Iran's been preparing for this. They can see this a mile away. Mind you, this is a man of war. He's been in war. He said, I wouldn't want to fight for these jokers, man. I wouldn't want to fight in this war. Right? Let's get this. Jeremiah 51 and verse 47. Right? And so the time is coming when I will deal with already read that. Slacky. Already read that. Right? Jeremiah 51 and verse 35 in the NLT, right? Make Babylon suffer as she made us suffer. Say the people of Zion, make the people of Babylon pay for spilling our blood. You see that? They have to pay for that. They have to pay for that, right? Isaiah 51 and verse 22 in the GNT as well, right? The Lord, your power, defend you and says, I am taking away the cup that I gave you in my anger, right? Didn't we just read in Lamentations 4, 21 and 22, right? Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that cup shall be passed on to you, right? That cup is being taken away from us. We shall no longer be found, in exile anymore. The Lord is going to deliver us from that. And the Lord is going to give that cup unto Esau, Edom to drink, right? And he's going to drink every bit of it, 1,000 years of it. And read Obadiah and other various scriptures. There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, right? Once again, right, that I gave you in my anger, you will no longer have to drink the wine that makes you stagger. Right, we ain't gonna be bugged. We ain't gonna be oppressed anymore. Bugged out, oppressed anymore. Eventually, from the least to the greatest, right? We all gonna be in our right minds in the kingdom, man. Right, we gonna get those new bodies, and we gonna know true peace. Right. Verse 23, and it reads, "I will give it to those who oppress you, to those who made you lie down in the streets and trample on you as if you were dirt." You see that? New management, man. They're going to drink that cup and we're going to be living lavishly, man. Right? Revelation 18 and verse 20. Be glad, heaven, because of her destruction. Be glad. Yeah, man, we coming to the times where it's going to look ugly out here, man. But be glad. Easier said than done, but be glad. Because this is just part of the walk. Her destruction is coming. Be glad. Power's people, right? God's people and apostles and prophets. For power has condemned her for what she did to you. You see that? You see that? And let's get this, and I may close it out right here, right? I'll see where the spirit goes, right? Sirach 10 and verse 1, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of the prudent man is well ordered, right? See, if we're in the kingdom, we're going to have everything in order. It's going to be beautiful. Real water, all right? Not all this polluted shit, right? It's going to be real. The nation's going to learn the law, statutes, commandments. It's going to be well ordered and governed, right? But here, under the rulership of Esau, I'm getting ahead of myself, right? He's feeding you all this bull. He's giving you this pseudoscience. He's saying that he's the man, right? If you're the man, you show that you're the man, right? You don't have to dumb down the people, pollute the people, If you really that man, you're going to show out that you're the man. I remember a video that Elder Malcolm did a couple months ago, right? And it showed the video of how Esau, Edom was ahead, right? By the Edomites ahead in the race, right? If you were the best man, everybody will be on equal footing and it will show who the best man, and you will come out on top. But you know you ain't the best man. That's why you got, that's why you got to put all these. It's like a video game, man. The the levels put up, all the traps and stuff like that, right? That's what you're doing. You're not truly the best man. You're not fighting on equal footing, right? Verse 2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwelleth therein. So if the righteous in rule, the people are going to be righteous. If the wicked bear rule, the people are going to mourn and cry, and they're going to be wicked, right? Verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people. Through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So it's showing you two different sides. An unwise king is going to destroy the people. A wise king, right? The city's going to be well ordered, right? Verse 4, this is what we're waiting for, right? The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shah, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Our big brother Yahweh Shah, man. And Yahweh Ratazah, we of those men, we're going to be joint heirs with him, right? Let me see. Matter of fact, I'm going to go down. I may just get to the point, right? Sirach 10 and verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not more wicked than a covetous man. For such one setteth his own soul to sell. Because while he liveth, he casts away his own bowels. Why is the earth and ashes proud, man? You just a man. You about to face the wrath of Yahweh B'Shem Shah, right? The Lord has cast down the throne of the proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. And this is what's coming. New management, man. The Lord had plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. The Lord overthrew countries and the heathen and destroyed them to the foundation of the earth. He took some of them away and destroyed them and made their memorial to cease from the earth, right? And that's going to happen. This is what's going to be playing out right before our very eyes, man. That new management, man. And the Lord going to set up the meek in their stead. And Yahweh Ratazah, we of those men, right? We're going to be set up, right? So Lord willing, is an edifying lesson. Shalom, shalom, shalom.